I'm Jillian Rees-Brown. I'm an actor, singer, dancer, writer, whatever they'll let me do. When I was little, I think it was always in me. I was always dancing in front of the TV and people yelling at me to move out of the way, and putting on shows with my brother and the kids in the neighborhood for whoever we could get to come and watch. And I loved the idea of when you were in a movie, you could get angry and do things that you get in a lot of trouble doing in life, like swiping a whole table full of dishes or something like that. That was a very exciting idea to me. When I was in high school, one of my friends was going for an audition at the CBC and said, "Why don't you come with me?" So I skipped off the afternoon and went with him. And when I was there, I was asked if I wanted to audition, so they had me fill out their forms that they had everybody fill out. And they made an appointment for me to come back and meet Olwen Millington, who was the head of casting at the time, and to prepare an audition piece. So I did. I came back and I had a little piece from The Miracle Worker as the teacher. And in her office with her she had a dog that was epileptic, so she had to have the dog there in the office. And it was a tiny little office, and I felt like I was talking to the wall when I did my piece. It was the first time I'd ever done an audition like that. And she sat and talked to me afterward and told me how she had actually played that role one time. And then introduced me to somebody walking by, a couple of directors, that sort of thing. And before I knew it, I had a one-line part, or what they called a bit part in those days, on a CBC drama. After that, I had thought to go into university and study biology as a major. And probably because my mom was a nurse, my dad was a carpenter, so science was in our world, and I seemed to enjoy biology, and thought that's what I'd have to do. And a guidance counselor in high school happened to tell me that there was a program at Brock University, where I ended up going, for students from grade 12, that they could do a short program in the summer and then start first year the next year without having to do grade 13, which we had back then. And he actually was mistaken by telling me that if I did, I would have to take theater arts or drama. My major would be drama, which I didn't even realize I could do in university at that time. So I was thrilled, because looking at my marks, he realized that that's where my marks were, in art and theater arts. And so I went for it. I was accepted and did this short 5-week program in the summer and started first year university that fall. And my major was drama. At one point, I actually thought I might go on further and get into law. And my mother... I remember my mother saying one time, I remember Jill was going to be a lawyer one time. I was very proud of her then. Not realizing that I did take what I was studying and carried it through, which, like you say, it's rare. And I had thought to go further maybe and study directing, and do a master's in directing. I eventually accepted into York to do an honors in dance, which would have been another 2 years of university. But at that point, I got a job and started working in theater. And the 2 years that I would have been studying dance, which part of me really longed to do, I spent a lot of that time doing theater and building up my experience that way, which I also loved.